Golf's no different from hockey. Requires talent, self-discipline.
Golf requires goofy pants and a fat ass. You should talk to my neighbor, the accountant, probably a great golfer, huge ass.
How do you measure yourself with other golfers? By height.
Is a very, very special honor.
I'm Paula Creamer, and you're listening.
Well, we're waiting.
Hi, this is Martin Cove, a.k.a. John Kreese from Cobra Kai, and you're listening to
Quiet, Please.
Let the word go out from here across the land. Let Daddy Noonan approve.
Hi, boys. Nice day for golf, isn't it? Quiet, please. Oh, you got secrets, eh?
Hey, this is Shooter McGavin. You're listening to the...
Hey, you guys. Hey, we're trying to have a podcast over here.
Welcome, everyone, once again to Quiet Please, the golf podcast. I am Alan Depew, and I am joined, as always, by our panel of golfing experts, we're going to say, certainly, in the case of one Mr. Andy Hydorn to my left on the screen, the golfing savant from Houston. Andrew, good to see you.
Nice to see you, gentlemen.
Yes, indeed. And to his left again on my screen would be the prettiest podcaster in golf. We just call him Christian. Hi,
Hello, guys. How are you?
They're spectacular. What hotel room are you in today?
I'm in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania this fine evening at a Courtyard Marriott by the hotel or by the airport.
Well, I was in the Pittsburgh area just this past week myself. So apparently all roads lead to Pittsburgh. And Bobby, it's your association's championship week. It's a major championship week. It's exactly what the doctor ordered. You're going to see what I did there, folks. And Bobby Baldessari, Bourbon Bob, welcome as always. And you have a special guest.
Well, it's a major week. I have a major guest. See the little time right there, major. But first of all, Christian, from Kentucky, I know you're nursing a overpriced small bourbon. I feel bad. Well, we send our love. Sorry about that.
I just have to come to Kentucky now to have another one with you.
Yeah, you make it quick. Now, come on.
Of course.
Yeah, so let me give you a quick rundown on, our major guest today. So Bill and I met when we were in the Peace Corps. We were serving together over in the Bahamas. And then we jumped a train. We went over to Bangladesh. We're hanging out playing the South Asia tour. Remember that, Bill? Remember the time you were on the upper bunk? We were going to Bangladesh. We were going to a tribe, the Chakamaka tribe, and you were on the upper bunk in the Scooby-Doo sheets. I never laughed so hard.
Wow, you've got a great memory. Wow.
Yeah, it was the best thing ever. And that tribal, or the other tribe, the Tripura tribe, the king there wanted to set his daughter up with you. I think that's what. I'll never forget. That was a great trip. And then that golf swing tip you gave me, we were playing the tour about the outside of the right foot and impact, comparing it with the left hip and the centrifugal force of the club head to toe down.
Yeah, no? I mean, well, that's just obvious. It's science. That's just science.
It's brilliant. It was brilliant. I mean, well, you're so brilliant because after that, Bill went on to invent the internet. And then, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I had the wrong script. Okay, we're happy to be joined with Bill Glass, renowned TV actor and comedian, hailing from Arlington Heights, Illinois, the Cubs side, everybody. Don't worry, he's on the good side, the Cubbies. Spent some years with the famous Second City Improv. That was my little thing, Bill, trying to improv with you.
Well, I was letting you prove why we leave comedy to the comedians, Bob.
That's right. It was a little.
I was just letting you, have your fun and prove a theory out there that some things should be like golf should be left to the professionals.
Well, that's where I come in. Yeah.
And that's where you come in.
I'm not gonna lie,
no,
Bill.
That was
I was writing down the swing thoughts with the toes and weight.
We should have any swing thought itself. If it gets it to go straight, we'll take a swing thought no matter where it comes from.
Absolutely.
Right? Hey, but seriously, it's great to have you here. I mean, you're started in comedy in the Groundlings, the Improv Olympics, and then transitioning to TV. But you did some movies. You were in Wedding Band, Queen Pins, Justified. So you're multi-talented. You got the movies, comedian, and then more renowned maybe for a certain commercial that you were in the Super Bowl So that, how many people can say I'm in a commercial in the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, that was a pretty cool one. I don't know if anyone remembers that. That was for Coke Zero many years ago, where we spoofed the Mean Joe Green commercial, throwing the jersey to a kid with a Coke, but we had Troy Polamalu throwing a jersey to a kid. So yeah, that was Super Bowl commercial from years past.
And now we come full circle. I met Bill short time ago over the winter at the Warburton Celebrity Golf Classic, and start talking. This guy's got a love of golf, loves the game, loves to do things for the game. Certainly, Warburton's fundraiser for St. Jude, but Bill, you play in a lot of different fundraising events. You're out in California now. We're so excited and pleased to have you join us tonight. We're going to have a lot of fun talking some golf. We need to get your perspective on many topics tonight. So welcome.
I love it. Thanks for having me. Yeah, I've been bitten by the golf bug. My wife and I are empty nesters. I'm about 18 months back in, maybe a little longer now, and it's a sickness, but also on the in a good way. You know, it gets me out of the house, gets me social with buddies, fellow actors I haven't connected with in years. All of our kids have gone off to college, so now we reconnect. And then golf is such an easy way to give back. It's been in a small way. So to be a small part of tournaments like the Warburton and the ROM coming up, and various other tournaments I do for charity, it's been great. So I've definitely hooked on the game, and I love it.
We're going to turn over to Alan with a couple of comments here as we get going.
Well, I mean, Philadelphia, where I'm located, Bobby, we're center stage right now. Aronimink, Donald Ross. That's why we went with the classical background this week for the show. You should probably have some Aronimink and PGA Championship trivia for Bob's brain teasers, I'm sure. But I'm jacked up. I mean, first tee's 6:45 on Thursday morning. I can give you the weather update because I've been watching it. We're going to get a little rain Wednesday into Thursday morning up here. From what I'm hearing over there, the rough's a little gnarly in spots, but I've got some interesting comments, and especially Andy being a high caliber and reigning senior amateur player of the year. Did I get that all correct? All that title that you carry?
You'll have to check with my publicist, Brendan Elliott, for that.
I mean, there's a lot of interesting comments already before, and the PGA hasn't even teed off yet.
Yeah, I mean, I think events and venues, right? I mean, the PGA being a major, although people like to slot it as the fourth most intriguing major, but I mean, being at Aronimink, being at a golf course like that, it just elevates the interest for this event like through the roof for me. And I just love the fact that every once in a while you get to see one of these great courses, you know, in the Philly area, New York, Chicago, you know, Detroit, wherever it is, that gets to be put on stage. And I think it's an awesome opportunity for everyone to really see and appreciate what Aronimink is.
Well, the big there's a couple different things floating around social. A great little clip from Gil Hans about trees, because that's really the interesting knock this week is Rory's presser. He comes out and he's like, you know, it's a nice course, these classics, what have you, but they cut down all the trees. So you basically stand on the tee and hit it as far as you can, which I know isn't a problem for Christian, but, you know, maybe Bobby, I played with Andy. Okay, so Bill, you and I haven't played with you, but I'm assuming maybe.
Oh no, trees would be a problem. I like to see all the course. I paid all that money, you know. I want to see most of the course, or at least my game wants me to see all of the course, so I see a fair amount of it.
Well, you know, trees are 90% air, right?
Bullshit.
Yeah, for the most part.
Only in the winter.
In the winter, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Aronimink was one of those clubs that Oakmont was one that started some years ago with, hey, let's get back to what it was 100 years ago with less trees, and everybody started bringing lumber companies out literally and chopping down tens of thousands of trees. So, you know, you expect that for something like the Aronimink, though.
I want to say, not to discredit your comment, but I want to say that Oakland Hills was the first one to do that. Is that right?
Well, everything I read was Oakmont started the trend, but they were right behind.
I thought it was Oak Hills. I thought they started back in trees
trees.
In Fitchburg, Mass. Is that Oak Hill?
Yeah. Jim O'Leary, where are you?
Jim O'Leary.
No, look. I think I've heard some of the comments, and I think that courses can present themselves, their difficulty in different ways, right? And I think people can say Augusta National is, basically drive it out there, and whatever happens after that is really what matters. And I'm hearing the same thing about Aronimink, that the rough is difficult. The driving areas are pretty wide, but the whole golf course is on the approaches and around the greens, I guess, is super difficult.
There, if you can find it, the approach on number 11, if you spin it back, you're 50 yards off the green. It's filthy. Bill, I mean, you're a West Coast, as Bobby mentioned, you grew up in the Midwest, but you're a West Coast guy. Do you get east to play some of these classical properties that much? I know you're coming east later for some charity events. And
no, I mean, I've only I'm just now getting into trying to look into play some I guess more established or fancier courses, however you want to phrase it. I've gotten to play Bandon Dunes, which is up in Oregon. Played the Pebble Beach complex, which I loved. Pebble Beach is just amazing. But I do want to, I'm from Chicago. I know there's some great courses outside of Chicago and in Wisconsin, so I'd love to get back to the Midwest. The ROM, which is coming up, is I'm literally leaving in like 2 days. That's at TPC, one of the courses, Sawgrass down in Florida. So that's a long answer to say no. I haven't really gotten east too much, but I would love to. Want to get out to Pinehurst. It's just it's kind of new to me, and you want your game to be ready. Like I said, 18 months in, I'm still not good enough to really go take advantage of those courses, even though I'll probably still try to play them.
You got some catching up to do.
Yeah, I have a lot of catching up to do. But right now I'm a bogey golfer on my best day, like if everything goes right. So I still have to get those last couple of stupid holes off the card, if you will. But I feel like I'm making progress, which is great. So it's always fun to get a little better and see some small gains over time. But yeah, I hope to get east and play. I would love to play a bunch of these courses. Obviously, I mean they're landmarks and special for a reason. Bethpage Black would be amazing. Torrey Pines, but that's west. That's down by me. So yeah, I don't know. There's a big list. You guys know there's a bunch of them to try to hit.
Well,
especially if you're new at it, there's an endless list.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind, Bill, for a question coming up later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Foreshadowing. But that's where you need to come out east to me in Kentucky, and as a PGA pro, I'm going to help you with your game.
Okay, I'll take all the help I can get.
See that?
Yeah, it's funny all the things they talk about don't have too many swing thoughts, but then there are all these swing thoughts that you're supposed to think of and work on and drill on, but don't think about them while you're standing over the ball. It's just it's a mind-numbingly wicked game, and then you hit one pure, and you're like, oh, I did it, and then you spend the rest of the round trying to repeat it, and well, that's what everybody just calls golf, right? So yeah, it gets kind of.
It's a true veteran right there.
Yeah. It's fully I am fully vexed by this game. I love it one hole and then I hate it.
Well, speaking of coming out this way, I do have a trivia, Alan.
Oh, well, wait a minute.
Well, I've got a two-part, because one is just, you're probably going to get this one.
Well, I had to have time to put the banner up. You got to give me some kind of little warning about that.
Okay. Well, and Bill, golf has quite a history, right? And they always say there's more words written about the smaller the ball, more is written than the larger the ball. So Alan likes to get the close-up, extreme close-up going. So the last PGA Championship held at Aronimink was in 1962, and who won that? That's first question.
Gary Player.
See how you're wicked smart. You are wicked smart. But
he's been watching the Golf Channel, is what he's been doing.
Yeah. But my second one, I'm bringing up on purpose because I'm foreshadowing to my 18th hole a little bit. But the PGA Championship used to be match play, started in 1916, and it was a match play until 1957. And Lionel Hebert beat Dow Finsterwald in the last match play. It was at Miami Valley Golf Club in Ohio. The next year, 1958, moved to stroke play. Do you know who won the first stroke play when the PGA now is like all the other championships, 72-hole individual stroke play?
It was at Bellerive.
I mean, I'll just guess like Walter Hagen, maybe.
The Hague. That's a good guess.
I don't know.
It was at Bellerive, right?
No.
It wasn't. Was it Arnold?
I don't know. Yeah.
Well, here's this is a great beer, win a beer, get a bourbon thing. So Lionel Hebert wins in 57. He beats Dow Finsterwald. The next year, Dow wins the first stroke play PGA Championship. How interesting is that?
Alrighty then.
Oh.
There you go. It was at Andy's our linguist. It was at Leonard. I can't even say it. Lanark Country Club
in Philly.
In
Philly. Yeah.
Lanark. Yeah.
Lanark.
Absolutely.
And I appreciate you pointing out that I am the linguist.
You are the official linguist of the show. Yes.
More than willing to correct people on their mispronunciations.
Do you have a T-shirt?
Yeah. Need that one.
I'm the official linguist.
Yeah.
Put that shit on a T-shirt. Show them the T-shirt.
Yeah. I can't see you guys. So.
Yeah.
So, but I got to ask. Okay, Bobby touched on it. You played actually a lot of great roles. You're currently on TV. We've agreed not to obviously discuss your current.
We can discuss it. I just can't.
Yeah,
you just can't be that person.
Yeah, I can't say I'm acting like the guy. That's all.
So then, for anybody that may not be aware, our guest is the famous Dr. Rick.
Yep, I play the guy with the mustache. I play the guy with the mustache in those.
Yes.
The funniest shit on TV.
By far.
Like, it is the funniest shit on TV, and I was so excited to have you on.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I mean,
I don't know who is the ad creation team, but they nail it. And because I find myself parking as far away from the stadium as possible to get out as early. And I see that commercial when it airs, and I'm like, damn it.
That was a good one.
Well, luckily, a lot of people seem to be responding. We're very fortunate. The ad agency does a great job, and a lot of people seem to be responding at one commercial or another that it resonates with them. Like for the one that you're speaking about, parking near the exit, either people will come up to me and say, I do that, but more often it's like my husband will do that, or my dad does that, or my uncle does that. So the great thing about the commercials is it seems that it touches each family in a different way. There's always somebody in sort of the 6 degrees of the family circle that it reminds them of, or that it hits with. So, look, we've been very, very lucky. We're enjoying the heck out of it. We're having a blast. Everybody I work with is hilarious, and I appreciate it. It's always good to hear that people are laughing at it. I mean, you guys are the audience, so if you like them, that means we're doing a good job. So I appreciate it.
Everybody likes it, everybody, and it almost is like there's an endless supply of material. Like you said, it's just stuff that everybody's connected to, and if it's not one thing, it's another, and it just keeps getting funnier and funnier and funnier. So. It's awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. I mean, hopefully you're not the first person that has said that, and I'm going to knock on wood. I hope that's true. I hope we have a pretty deep well to keep going to.
Yeah.
And it's just, again, it's a joy to get to do. The people I work with are extremely funny. My main job is just to not break and try to, serve the scene as best I can. But I mean, as you can tell, the people that I work with are really, really funny improvisers and comedians. So it's truly just a joyful gig.
Well, you must be really good at not breaking because you didn't break when Bobby was doing his bit.
No, I didn't. I didn't. I held it in. I held it in. That magic just waved right over me, and I was able to keep it in.
Very impressive.
And all on the first take. That was the amazing part about it.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad we got it in one because that would have been tough. That would have been tough to hang in there.
Now, on the flip side, and I got to tell one quick story. I have a question for you, but I do have to ask Christian, do you relate at all to these commercials?
So,
well, me, yeah.
No,
are you talking to the group?
I mean, Christian being a whopping 25-year-old. How old are you now?
I'm 29, dog. I'm not 25. I turned 30 this year.
I knew you when you were little.
I wish I was 25.
Well, that's
but
right.
I'm turning 30.
You still play with a cadet small. You are little. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, and I actually have a shoulder turn, unlike yourself. So,
checkbox.
No, I can relate to the
2106.
I can definitely relate to the commercials because they're hilarious, and I think it's when it comes like the younger generation, like in my age group, I think people will relate to them all day long. Right. I can remember watching them on TV and just getting a laugh out of it. I was just watching one a few recently with Allison sitting on the couch, and we both laughed at it. I forgot what it was, but they're hilarious. They're so funny. So yes, I can relate to it. That was a longer answer than what you were looking for, but
that makes me feel good. That makes me feel good that the sub 30s are getting a good kick out of them. That makes me feel good.
Of course.
Okay, but here's my question. So my question is, Bill, we had and Chris. That's why I brought Christian into the initially was so Christian and I many years ago. We earlier iteration of this show we had Christopher McDonald on Shooter.
Sure.
And I made the mistake of actually asking him, well, Shooter, this, and he finally looked at me. He goes, my name is Chris. Do you as an actor suffer when you go to these charity events and things of that? Do we, the non-acting guild, fall into that? Piping you or putting you in that stereotype, that role?
No, not. I think most people realize because I look differently. They do see me as Bill because I'm not in costume and I'm not playing the guy. But if I happen to catch the photo that they post or they put up, they will mention the character, that, hey, I met this. It's not, nobody celebrates meeting Bill Glass. Let's put it that way. They celebrate meeting the guy who plays the guy. So, no, nobody's running up to me calling the character name at a function. But we will talk about it. So, which is nice. Look, here's the deal. So in LA, nobody cares. A, nobody recognizes me because of the mustache. And B, we're in Los Angeles and it's a commercial. You know what I mean? There are literally like world famous movie stars walking around here. Nobody's going to stop to go, hey, are you the guy from The Thing? If they recognize me. So when I go to a charity event and people that's not in LA and people do recognize me and do have a reaction, that's lovely. I mean, just like you guys are reacting and saying that you think they're funny and having a good time. It's nice when people come up to you and say that you're doing something fun. It's far better than somebody walking up to me and going, oh, suck. I'm sick of seeing you on my TV. You know what I mean? So that's a long way to say I don't really get called the character when I'm in person. Most people talk to me as me.
But and that's when I met Bill at the Warburn, we were at the songwriter night. There was an empty chair between you and I. And
yeah,
we just sort of put our drinks down there, and that's how we kind of were chatting. And then my wife, Pam, was away. She walks back, and I said, hey, Dr. Rick's next to us. And she was like, what? And then she's like, did you talk to him? And I said, yeah, we're just chatting. We're just, enjoying the show. So that empty chair brought us together.
Isn't that weird? Just life, and whether it's an empty chair, a songwriter's night, or if I'm standing in line getting coffee, or let's see, in a Lowe's hardware store, like at the random places that I get stopped or recognized is it's just random. And again, like I said, it's rare out here, but it does happen on occasion. So
wait a minute. Bob was actually doing the empty chair improv.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. He didn't let me into his into his process. He didn't let me behind. I didn't get behind the the door of his magic on that night, or whatever whatever the hell he does at these events, I guess, to talk to people.
Well, it's pretty clear what he does. I mean,
but if the empty chair bit is something he does, he was successful. He didn't seem alarming at all. Although the more I get to know him and agreeing to do this podcast, red flags are going up all over the place. So I regret sitting next to that empty chair a lot of times at night. No, I'm kidding. But no, it's I don't. He did his empty chair work, and we had a conversation.
Now that's the key. I just realized. I guess I need to do that more often.
Yeah.
Andy, should we try to bring him back to the PGA Championship for just a moment?
Si, senor.
Who do you got? Let's go down that road. Any names jumping out at you?
Yeah. Would you be surprised if I said Rory? Would you?
I'm stunned.
Absolutely. I would be shocked.
Yeah.
He's got a blister now, though. Careful.
He's got a blister and a bad attitude about Aronimink.
If there's one thing in life that's a guarantee, facing death in front of me, what's one guarantee? Andy Heidorn picking Rory McIlroy to win a golf tournament.
Yeah, but I always pick somebody else.
Well, true. I know.
Because there has to be some sort of bit of surprise, right?
Of course.
I should also throw it out there that anybody that's listening, as I failed to do at the beginning of the show, if you have any comments, questions, keep it clean, or if you'd like to choose who you think is going to win this week at the PGA Championship, fire away. Chime in. We'll try to put it on the air.
Let me crack my knuckles here and get ready for what I'm about to say. I'm not a betting man, but I will say, all right, my not even pick of the week, my lock of the week. You put your mortgage on it. You put your whatever you need to put on it. Scotty Scheffler, back to back this week.
Bold.
Nothing.
Bold.
No reaction.
Well,
not even from Bill.
I mean, you're really going out on a limb with the world number one, Chris.
I know, really.
Well, that's what's there. I was just going to say, what's there to react to? You picked the world number one. Like,
yeah, but he's been knocking on the door. The last three, he's had 3 runner-up finishes.
The guy's a chop. He's finished in the top 15 like all season.
I know, and honestly, he hasn't even been playing his best golf, and he's still coming in the top 5. He's going to be knocking on the door. All right, I'll give you a dark horse then. How about this? I'll say Brooks Koepka.
No way.
That's the other most predictable pick.
All right, I'll give you one more. Gary Woodland.
That's a name I have.
See, that's a good pick.
Oh, thank you. Third time's a charm, I guess.
I thought he was going to say Gary Player. Horses for courses.
Hey.
I pick Andy Heidorn to win the PGA this week.
That's right, baby.
That's my lock of the week.
I'll give you my sleeper pick, because he's been coming on pretty strong, is Ricky Fowler.
Ooh.
He had a bit of the lead. He had a bit of the lead for a while in the last tournament. Finished T2, and he's in. I think he's in the top couple in driving accuracy. And from what I saw the rough watching the Golf Channel, you were joking, and watching some YouTube guys that are have a player in it. The guys from Me and My Golf. I don't know if you follow them on YouTube, but apparently they coach a player, and they were standing in the rough, and the guy put his hand in the rough, and it's like up to his wrist. So the difference from the shortcut to the rough cut is pretty extreme. So I would be looking for guys who are at the top of fairways and regulation or driving accuracy to probably make the best run at it. And obviously Scheffler can play from anywhere, so he can do whatever he wants. But and Ricky's been playing pretty straight and pretty consistent, so he would be my sleeper pick.
It's a great pick.
That's a strong dark horse there.
Yep.
Right. Well played, Bill Goss. Well played.
The other two guys I like are Tommy Fleetwood and Matt Fitzpatrick. I think the Fitzpatrick brothers are riding a little bit of a subtle high after their win. And I just want Tommy Fleetwood to win one. I don't have any evidence based on that. I I really want Tommy Fleetwood to get a major. So
I think anybody who's a golf fan would like that.
That's just my sentimental pick is Tommy Fleetwood. I'll always cheer that dude on. And Justin Rose, the older guys, the underdogs. So anyway, I'm babbling now, but those are my guys that I would put near the top.
I have Jay Rose up there also. I think he may not pull it out, but I really think he's certainly in the top 5. He's contending again.
I wish he would have switched to McLaren after this tournament.
Yeah.
And I'm saying it with a laugh, but like right before a major, in my mind, I wouldn't have switched. It's great that he helped develop them, and by all accounts, I guess he likes them to a degree. But he was kind of playing really good golf, and it just seemed like an odd time to go with an equipment switch.
I've seen this movie before too. Like he did it with Hanma.
Yeah.
He got all connected with Hanma after he won the U.S. Open, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And that didn't last very long. So equipment changes, wholesale equipment changes are tough.
Never good. There's a whole litany list going back for years and years. Switching, taking the money, and game tanks.
Well, and then you think about the stuff that takes him away from the game as well. So now he's also mired. He's almost like an actor promoting a movie. Everywhere he goes, he's got to live up to sort of being the marketing guy for McLaren now. So where he was a little bit of an equipment agnostic, if I understand correctly, coming up to this, he didn't really have that pressure of being a brand guy. And now he's put that on his plate aside from trying to be, an older guy winning tournaments. So I just question the timing a little bit.
So we have a question, or we have a comment from the listening audience, and I have to say this as the linguist in the group, Mike Padilla.
Wonderfully said.
Christian should be taking Spieth every week so he doesn't lose that steak dinner.
Am I the only one on this earth that thinks that Spieth has a somewhat chance this week to win the Grand Slam?
No, he does not.
I love him. The more I think about it, the more he's been playing well this year.
No, you want to know why? Because the rough is gnarly and he can't hit it straight.
He can hit it straighter than you.
Not with my swing speed anymore.
I will say you probably are a better putter than Spieth right now. I got maybe.
Yeah,
maybe
exactly.
I'm with Bill. I've got Matt Fitzpatrick and Cam Young in my kind of. I can't decide which one on that. Dark horse. But I'm thinking just like you, Chris. I thought Woodland. Actually, Keegan Bradley could get in the mix. He's had some good mojo in that area. He lost in a playoff at Aronimink, I believe, in the BMW. So it's got some good mojo. I do like Justin Rose, Bill. I know. I wish he didn't switch the clubs. Give me the Willies. But I can see somebody like a Sepp Straka doing well. He's really good with the irons, keeps the ball in play. He's played well there. I'm just trying to think of the type of course. Got to keep it in play, good iron play, keep it by the hole, almost a little bit a la Augusta-ish with the greens, get in the right spot. So, but I'm with you. My emotional thing is Tommy Fleetwood. I hope he gets over the hump on one of these.
Two things. I just looked up. Jordan Spieth is outside the top 100 in hitting fairway accuracy. He's outside the top 100 in accuracy. And the other guy I wanted to bring up that we forgot about, and I can't believe I forgot about him. In a tournament like this, if the rough comes into play like we're talking about, and you're trying to save out of the rough, somebody who's rolling the ball really well, somebody like a Cam Young, if his putter is on fire, he could be one of those guys too, but I think it depends on if he's rolling it good or not, which is true for everybody, obviously. But
there's one name in particular that we have not mentioned yet, and who's probably playing the best he's ever played in his life, Justin Rose.
I mentioned Rose.
Have you not been listening to the podcast?
Have you been watching
the courtyard? It's the courtyard. No,
have you been watching the Sabres game?
Wi-Fi.
I mean, I
said,
you do realize we're recording the podcast right now, Christian.
I said Rose. I know I'm just a guest, but I did say Rose.
Wi-Fi. I hear every other word.
But Bill and I
You're
both
watching the Sabres game, aren't you?
He's not paying attention.
What about Andy's favorite golfer here, Chris Gotterup?
Ooh,
Maybe.
Yeah, and he's from Jersey nearby. Yeah.
I got one more for you, and then I'm done.
Bryson.
Terrell Hatton. Always seems to play well in majors.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Totally agree with that.
Yeah, I like that one. I think we'll
those are Christian's 6 picks of the week.
So watch how I'm going to say this. None of us mentioned Rahm.
No.
Who?
Which leads right into Andy Hydorn's Live Report, which this segment of our show may be going away in the near future. So enjoy it while it lasts.
We have 24 weeks left of the Live Report. So we're going to do a little editorial here of the Live Report this week. I think it's been settled news that everybody knows that the PIF, we talked about this last week, the PIF is removing their funding at the end of this year, and remains to be seen if there will be anything at all left of Live. But that being said, there's a lot of talk about how some of the players get integrated back into professional golf. And, you take away the big names, the Rahms, the Brysons, and those guys. And I'm going to read off a list of guys that are going to need a place to play. So Joaquin Neiman, Mark Leishman, Charles Howell, Terrell Hatton, Adrian Morong, Brandon Grace, Tom Peters, Cam Smith, Carlos Ortiz, Ben On, Taylor Gooch, Martin Keimer, Brendan Steele, Louis Oosthuizen, Abe Answer, Matt Wolf, Anaban Lahiri, Cam Tringali, Jason Kokrak, and Harold Varner. Those were all guys that played on the PGA Tour that now are going to be looking to find a place to play. So it's going to be really interesting how this thing plays out. Like, where are those guys going to end up going? Are they going to go to DP first? Are they going to go to Korn Ferry first? Some of them will probably end up right on the PGA Tour. I mean, you would guess that Joaquin Neiman's and Terrell Hatton's would. But it's just going to be an amazing re-entry into the world of professional golf for the Live guys. And all of a sudden, what seems to be a shrinking tour, a shrinking PGA Tour, now is going to have a lot of external pressure on it to include even more people. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this all plays out. Those are all guys that are still in the prime golf years of their lives, of their careers, and they're going to need a place to play.
But I don't see why they need a place to play if they didn't earn it. Like, the PGA is functioning fine without them. They left. They don't move the needle for the PGA for me. So if they want to play on the PGA Tour, like, get better. They left. They made their choice. If their league folds, their league folds. If they, like, I don't, like, the PGA is a meritocracy. Like, they don't need a place to play.
But those guys,
Preach it, Bill.
Some of those guys on that list are absolutely, better than a lot of guys who are playing the PGA Tour right now. I mean, there's a,
so what? But I don't recognize any one of those names, and I wouldn't tune into a tournament to watch any one of those guys. So if they earn their way back in, great. But to say that they need a place to play, if they cared so much about it, they shouldn't have left.
Yeah, nobody.
I'm just a dude. This whole live thing is just, it's a farce.
Hatton and Neiman can go play the DP Tour and try to work their way back in through that route.
Yeah, whatever the PGA sets up for them to work back in.
That there's going to be.
I just don't think.
Go ahead, Bill.
No, I just don't think they're good enough to give them the privilege to say that they need a place to play. There are plenty of guys in their position on the DP or the Korn Ferry Tour that are grinding just as hard as they will be. Or again, the PGA will set it up to where they have to earn their way back in, and if they do that, great. But I just to say they need a place to play, like, I just disagree with that a little bit. Like, if they earn their way back,
they do need a place to play,
have success
as individuals. I mean, like, Joaquin Neiman's not going to stop playing golf. Terrell Hatton's not going to stop playing golf. I mean, those guys are going to need a place to play.
And Andy,
yeah.
Did you mention hashtag Where's the Ogletree?
Where? He didn't make the list. He didn't make the list. But again, a lot of those guys are going to have to figure it out. And I don't think there's going to be many gifts handed out.
And also, let's not forget, Taylor Gooch is the best player in the world.
Yeah.
Obviously.
2 years ago.
Okay.
Clearly.
Obviously.
Clearly.
But when you look at who, I don't even know who that is, to be honest with you. He's irrelevant in the game of golf. So, like, if he has to go back to the Korn Ferry, that's where he's going, or to DP. And he's going to have a very hard time. Anybody who's on Live currently that even wants a chance of coming back, outside of your Bryson and John Rahms, in my opinion, is going to have an extremely difficult time coming back on tour to, one, compete, and two, also get their card.
And
like, that's just, it's just the nature of golf and where it stands right now.
When our buddy there, BE, is traveling, I'd be interested. You touched on Bryson, the whole media component and the changes the tour made. I want to save that segment until BE gets back, because I'd be really interested to hear his thoughts. They've softened it so that guys like Bryson can start putting out more content on YouTube and their own personal channels. Andy, I'm going to come back to you, though. If you're needing a nice warm garment, for example, if it's hot, like on a hot seat, what would you say might be a good company to turn to?
Well, I mean, I don't think you can ever go wrong by choosing Holderness and Bourne. You know, some of the finest materials, some of the great fabrics, some of the great designs. It's an incredible apparel line that we are fortunate enough to be involved with, and we certainly recommend H&B or Holderness and Bourne to all of our listeners as some of the best stuff out there.
And that's then the cue to put Bill in the hot seat.
Okay, Bill, we're going to keep you warm. So, quick fire questions. Just, you don't have to think too hard and long about the answers.
Okay.
You can improv and use voices.
Yeah. No, you
I
can't.
probably won't.
No, you can't.
I won't.
So, what's your best 18-hole score?
I shot 92 at Old McDonald at Bandon Dunes.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
I'm still trying to break bogey golf. I might have done it years ago when I was younger. I feel like I got close or shot a 90 like 20 years ago, but I don't remember the course. Might have been at Hanson Dam out here. But most recently, it's 92 at Old Mac.
Okay, what's the favorite course that you've played?
It might be recency bias, but Pebble Beach was pretty amazing.
No one's going to criticize that.
Yeah,
I mean, that's just a beautiful golf course. It really just was pretty stunning.
What's your bucket list golf course?
Oh, my bucket list golf course is probably Pinehurst number 2, probably to get out there and see all that. But there's so many, as we were talking about. Yeah, I'll golf anywhere, man. But yeah, I think Pinehurst or Torrey Pines might be up there too.
There are so many, but you will find out that there are some that are more attainable than others.
Yeah. No joke.
Pinehurst is very attainable. So is Torrey Pines. So who's your favorite golfer of all time?
Of all time, I think it's got to be Tiger for what he did to change the game. You know, I mean, obviously, yeah, I just think to see what he did, I know it's the easy pick, but when you really step back and look at his career, I think it would be Tiger. If it's my favorite player right now, I think it's Scheffler, because I just love the dude. Just carries himself like such a normal guy that you would want to have a beer with in golf.
Oh,
you know?
we'll have something to say about that at the end of the day.
All right, sounds good.
So, what's the most cringeworthy look on the golf course?
Cringeworthy look on the golf course.
It can be something that someone does or something they wear.
Cringeworthy look. Well, if we're going look, I mean, if you bust out the Payne Stewart look, God bless him. But if I don't even know what those are called, the pants just beyond the knee.
+4.
Knickers?
The knickers. The knickers.
Watch it, Alan.
Huh?
Watch it.
I mean, it's a gutsy move. Do I respect it? Maybe. Do I appreciate it? No. No, it's not my cup of tea.
All right, what's your favorite halfway house indulgence?
Oh, you got to get a dog at the turn. Just got to get a dog.
Yep.
It could be any kind of dog they're serving. I'll take a Chicago dog if they have the fixins.
There you go.
Chicago dog at the turn. Yeah.
All right, what's your
Because
favorite?
it's handheld. It's easily mobile, right? It's not a sandwich that you're trying to juggle. There's no fork involved. Like it's just hand, face, and get to the next tee.
Golf glove, hot dog. It's perfect.
Yeah, you're already protecting everything.
Yeah. So what's your favorite post-round beverage?
Arnold Palmer, or I stopped drinking, but they have a couple great near beers that are always good. Let's see, Heineken's got a 0.0 that I don't hate. So, but generally an Arnold Palmer.
Mine as well. So do you like to gamble on the course or play for fun?
I just play for fun. If I get better, if I knew that I could contribute to the fun of whatever the game is, like Wolf or whatever people pull out, like if it's almost like Vegas. I would be happy to lose my $20 or my $50 if I knew I was going to be competitive and in the mix. But me being in the game is just a waste of time currently. If I got to steady bogey golf or got myself down to like shooting 85, then I would gamble for fun, and throw my $20 away with the guys to have some laughs. So yeah.
All right. Now this is my favorite question. So quickly describe the best shot you've ever hit. Time, place, circumstance. It can be anything. Whatever sticks out in your brain.
It literally happened like 2 weeks ago. I was at Pebble Beach, which is probably why it's the best one. I was on 7, the par 3 that overlooks the ocean. I think it was playing like 94 yards. And I had witnesses and a guy who shot it. I was there in a tournament. Trey Wingo, the ESPN anchor, was standing behind me shooting it for me. And I hit it to about 3.5 feet and then made the birdie putt on 7 at Pebble.
Ooh,
so
that is classic.
So I mean, I hit it and it bounced on the left side of the green and it just trickled right towards the pin. And everyone was saying, you're going to love that. And I've never hit a hole in one. And for the briefest of moments, I thought like that could go in. And then to go make the putt. So yeah, that's a recent one, but that's my shot right now is birdie at 7 at Pebble.
Yeah, it's a great question because everyone has their vivid memory of what that shot is. So that's a great one.
Yeah, it was just, I can't even put into words. I can't believe it happened. I was in shock for probably a couple holes after that one.
Yeah. Okay, final question. What do you cherish most about the game of golf?
This is going to sound cheesy a little bit, but I think it's the socialization. It's brought me back in contact with friends. Doing these charity tournaments, I see a lot of fellow actors that I know, but also meeting new people. We can joke about Bob and his chair, but it was lovely to meet Bob, and so I'm meeting new people at these events. It's getting me out of the house. So I think, and just getting to see some of these great courses. But I think the main thing is the socialization or having around with your buddies or meeting new people. It's always a lot of fun.
Well, as cheesy as you think that answer is, Steve Harvey would say that that's the number one answer. So,
all right. I love it.
You survived the quiet please hot seat.
Woo!
Stay warm in your holderness and board.
I was worried.
Yeah, I'm sure you were.
All right, Christian, we are approaching the 18th green. Let's bring it home. Final thoughts, sir.
So first and foremost, Bill, I can speak on behalf of everybody. Thank you for taking the time to come on the show tonight. I look forward to many laughs that you'll be providing myself moving forward. So thank you very much for that.
Thank you, guys.
And the last final thought for me is I want to give a quick little shout out to a Syracuse native, Kevin Roy, for another great showing at the Myrtle Beach tournament. He's knocking on the door. I'm rooting for him big time to get his first W of the season. I really think it's coming soon. So Kevin, just keep doing what you're doing. Keep playing really well, and your time's coming.
Mr. Hydorn.
So I think we need to acknowledge this comment And I'm going to put my glasses on to read it. So
I saw it. I didn't acknowledge
Veritas 1407 says, as long as Holden Tuckus or Tudix gets a fair shot on tour, the linguist messed up that name, sorry. As long as Holden Tudix gets a fair shot on tour, I think it's fair. So maybe he can chime in and let us know what that means. But my 19th hole has to do with everybody's favorite person in golf, Scotty Scheffler. And I brought this up maybe last show or the show before that. He's starting to turn a little sour on some of the media and, even some of his behavior on the golf course lately is a little bit Jordan Spieth-esque, where, he'll miss a putt and he'll look at Teddy, his caddy, and, start barking about how it broke or how it didn't break, or he seems to be a bit bothered lately. And definitely, the way he's answered some of the media questions the last few weeks it's been pretty interesting to see. So I don't know if there's something bothering him, but he definitely seems to be a little bit irritable lately. So maybe,
have you ever had a kid under 3?
Yeah, I have actually.
Yeah, but then that's why he's irritable.
Yeah. So maybe a victory will bring him out of the doldrums of what he's dealing with right now.
Boston Bob, now Bourbon Bob.
Definitely Bourbon Bob. Well, Bill, it's been a long time since those Bangladesh train rides.
Oh, he's going back to it. He's going back to it.
Can't keep a good man down.
I'll tell you what.
I have to stay steady and not break again.
Yeah.
It's a bucket list thing, you're here. It's I don't want to play with Tiger or Scotty. I want to do improv with you.
I love it.
So, by the way, everybody, you have to go follow Bill Glass on Instagram because you're going to get this. There's your swing. Or you can't see us, but I have your swing queued up.
Wow.
Is that the? Oh,
that's number 7.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Oh, you
good
found
swing,
it.
Bill.
You're gonna like that.
Good swing.
Yeah. Finish.
Take a little reaction
went
afterwards.
Went pretty well.
Look at that.
If I remember to turn and get my right heel off the ground and finish the swing, there's hope.
Yeah,
that looks a little closer than 3.5 feet.
Yeah, that I feel like it was. Yeah, maybe a little, but it felt like a 3.5 footer.
So that was
like about 18 inches to me, but
that was pretty impressive. Just keep posting your swings, and I'll give you some golf instruction from afar. But seriously, I can't thank you enough for joining us. We need to have you come back. You need to, you have a keen insight into the game, and we love your perspective. As sometimes we've got people on that are the pros and they're really into the game, but to get your newer perspective, I think is really healthy. It's really great. Certainly, thank goodness for open seats to bring people together. How about that?
Yes, indeed, bud. Well, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate you guys.
No, it's been great. And I just want to give a shout out to the 20 fellow PGA pros that are playing this week in the PGA Championship. That's a bucket list to rub shoulders to get on the major championship stage. And I mentioned earlier, I'll have to maybe follow up next week, but just the PGA Championship used to be a match play, everything stroke play. Yeah, I've been reading a few things lately. Sometimes it's just all topical the way it comes around, but what if the PGA Championship did go back to match play? It's some fun things to think about. But thanks again, Bill. And Bill Glass on Instagram. Where else can they find you, Bill?
That's really it. I don't do it's all at Bill Glass or at _ Bill Glass on Instagram. I don't pay attention to Facebook or Threads too much. It's just mainly Instagram.
Okay. And your final thoughts?
Mine?
You got one?
Yeah. I mean, golf literally, I think, saved me a little bit. It got me off the couch. If you're over 50 and you're looking for something to do, go get a used club, go to the range, go find a par 3 and just walk and get your ass off the couch and maybe call some buddies. No joke. I think it helped my health mentally and physically. So I think the game serves us well if we put put something into it. So that's my final thought: is get off our asses and get out there.
Beautiful.
And I'm going to wrap it up with a bit of negativity. I greatly apologize for doing it, but I'm going to yes, Andy, I'm bringing it down at the end. Wichita State has killed both their men's and women's D1 golf program. I got the article right up here. Another D1 school eliminating its golf programs effective immediately. The game of golf is booming. What are you thinking? I don't understand that one. So with that final thought, enjoy the PGA Championship. If you are at Aronimink, I may be there on Thursday, trudging through the rough.
Signing autographs.
Yes. Until next week, guys. Bill, thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.